What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Indescribable. I go by Jerrilyn Lake, and I am here with my bestie,
Lynee Monet, and you are listening to She Said It First, an Urban One podcast on the Urban One Podcast Network.
Period. All right. So, we love doing this podcast and talking to you guys about, trending topics and things like that. So this week, we got to get into it, friend. But before we get to the hard-hitting stuff, I just got to know, what irritated you this week?
Friend, what if I want to switch it up? What if I feel like switching it up? Like, I feel like switching it up for real because nothing really irritated me this week. I'm actually super proud of myself.
Okay.
I actually have been more productive than ever. And I really got some opportunities to go through them emails and get some really good deals. And I'm really excited about what's to come. So I think I'm in a different headspace, I guess, where I feel proud of myself and I feel like things are finally moving in the direction that I see them going in. So that's exciting.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing news.
Thank you.
But I'm gonna tell you what irritated me this
Go
week.
ahead, Fred. Go ahead. Yes, take it. Take it away.
Listen, I am so disgusted with having to do car maintenance. I had to replace an ignition coil and my spark plugs this week. I also had to get 4 brand new tires. I also had to replace a sensor in my tire to make sure that I know when my tire pressure is low.
Friend, I only know one word, and that's tire. What's the other stuff? I don't know nothing about that other stuff you talking about.
Loosely translated, thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Loosely translated, thousands of dollars. So I need some of them emails that you got, which also, not to just be a Debbie Downer, I did get I got a couple of deals that came through this week. And so God was like, listen, I'm not going to send you out there without some help, baby. So I was like, okay, God, now, because being a full-time entrepreneur, my money depends on how hungry I am.
I'm telling you.
I got to get out here every day and be trying to figure out a way to make ends meet. And so God was like, I had a little conversation. I said, okay, God, now it ain't never been this tight. What we doing? Mm-hmm. What is we doing?
Yes,
and before I finished complaining, he was like, girl, please, this is what I do.
So,
yeah. But if I ain't got to put nothing else on this car for the rest of my life, I'll be happy with that. Thank God it's paid off.
Mine is too. Thank God. Yeah.
Thank God. So, jumping straight into what we got going on this week. Child, you seen the presidential debate.
I seen it.
So, it's time for girl. What happened? So, Donald Trump done already backed out, child. He said he ain't doing no more debates.
I bet. Yeah. Maybe you should sit the rest of them out. I agree.
Hey. Oh, do the presidency too. Sit that out too.
Yes, indeed. Take it one step further and just exit out completely. I agree.
The way this woman came on here, first of all, VP Kamala Harris
tore him up.
Overqualified, but we had to sit through this. I myself am disgusted and embarrassed that she even had to debate somebody like this, given her history, her record, and her resume. But what was, for me, it was a lot of things, but what was one of the most outlandish things you remember hearing?
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Girl, the way they fact checked him the whole time was sending me. I'm like, and absolutely not. They're not eating the dogs nor the cats. Oh, also, nowhere in the state of any state in the United States can you have a baby and kill it. So that's also wrong. Actually, the crime has actually been going down tremendously. I'm like, boom, boom. I would just stop talking. I would have been so embarrassed, Jerrilyn. I would have just stopped talking. I wouldn't have had nothing else to say. The rest of the whole debate.
For me, it's the fact that you are vying for the highest title in the land and you are unprepared for your interview.
Hello.
This is what, I'm sorry, I have to segue.
Go ahead.
This is what bothers me about being a black woman in America, because there is no way this man should even been allowed to run the first time nor the second. This man is a convicted felon and he clearly don't know what he's talking about. He has no experience doing this. He won on he took advantage of people in this country who are racist, homophobic, very, very bigoted, small-minded, and have very selfish mentalities. People are suffering in this country that look like me and you. And so for Kamala Harris to even be, I hate that her name is even mentioned in the same sentences as his, but I agree.
And let's not even get on the fact that the presidential election is in maybe 2 months?
Less than 50 days.
Yeah, we're pretty close, and we asked you about your plan. You told me I don't have a plan, have concept.
Oh, girl, he got a concept, girl. He said he wrote it on a sticky note.
Girl, the concept.
He wrote it on a sticky note.
Girl, that threw me. That right there threw me. The way you don't have no plan. You gonna run a whole entire state and you have no plan. You only have.
Well, I'm gonna try it. I myself and I'm inspired by Donald because when the first roll around and it's time to pay rent, I don't have it, but I do have a concept.
I do have concepts. I can put some concepts on it. Listen, I can put some concepts on it for sure. I definitely can.
I've got a concept for you. But personally, I wouldn't even want to debate him no more. I don't think Kamala should even want to. Like, it's frustrating to watch. I mean, it's irritating, but it's also entertaining. This country, for whatever reason, is so fascinated with reality TV, and the fact that one of the biggest reality TV stars is running for president yet again.
That's crazy.
We seen how foolish it was last time. And to just snowball into our next topic, they started trying to kill him. All these assassination attempts, like at this point.
Yeah, that part. Like, I don't know how much more of a clear sign you need to leave. Like, this is writing on the wall telling you to just back away. Back away. This many people coming after you. And to be honest, I haven't heard anything about Kamala. Like, even though people are kind of in an uproar about, her running for presidency and her being a black woman and all this controversy, I mean, to be fair, she's actually been very safe in this situation. So people aren't so left field that they would try it in that way. You get what I'm saying?
Well, people don't want to see her dead, which is that to me.
Yeah.
And people have said that it's a hoax. Like people are making up stuff. I don't know. People actually, at the rally, the first attempt, someone died at that rally. So it's amazing to me that while Donald Trump was golfing at a West Palm Beach golf course in Florida, Secret Service saw a rifle poking out a tree line. And so they took a shot at the target. Now they've identified the man as Ryan Wesley Ruth, 58 years old. They did detain him. But this is the second assassination attempt in like the last, 30, 45 days. So if I was going to a job interview and people started shooting on my way in, I don't want that.
I probably wouldn't go to that job interview. I'm not going to hold
I don't want that job. So I'm trying to understand like how, and just want to go on record to say I in no way encourage or support political violence or violence of any kind.
Absolutely not. Agreed.
Unless it's self-defense. So, but this is one of the points that need to be made. People are so gung-ho to protect the Second Amendment, as am I. But let's be very clear. Nobody should have assault rifles. Those are not defensive weapons, okay?
Right.
Assault rifles are used to, so, I mean, a 45, a 9, a little 380 or something like that. You keep that in your drawer in case there's an intruder in your house or maybe under your seat in your car in case you get into a little squabble or something in the parking lot. But to have a whole rifle and people are like, well, we like to hunt. At this point, people are the game.
Yeah, like, thank you. Is it giving Hunger Games?
Children.
It's definitely giving Hunger Games.
Children are getting access to these guns from their parents who have been carelessly allowed to carry them and then carelessly keeping them in their in their property possession. So I'm like it's ridiculous. And so I also saw a story too. The reason this is why this bothers me so much, because for people who are so like pressed to protect gun laws and not make them stricter, you getting shot at left.
That part, you're definitely one of the targets. So you might want to read some literature on the topic for real. Like, you might want to reconsider that because it's absolutely getting out of control. And I think, just to switch gears and go back to something you were talking about, especially when we're talking about kids, I mean, yes, we're talking about Donald Trump, but we're also talking about something that's even bigger, which is children going to school and killing other people's children. You know, kids are at risk now. When we start putting the babies at risk, don't you think that something should be done? You still feel like this is a good idea? And that to me is hard to believe. Like, not only are you in jeopardy, but now the kids are also in jeopardy. I really think that people got to go back to the drawing board and stop being selfish in the situation and start looking at it in totality and how it's affecting everybody. It's not just one person.
Well, it goes back to what I was saying. He represents a group of people that are extremely selfish and they only care about their best interests, which is also ironic because he doesn't stand for the majority's best interests. Like, we are working class people. Nobody on this watching this is worth $100 million.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that y'all are fighting so hard to support this man who literally ain't got nothing coming down the pipeline in your best interest, it's crazy to me. But to just bring a little more perspective, like this is so crazy to me because remember during the debate when Donald said people, and I can't remember the state, but he was saying that women are carrying babies full term and having,
deciding once they're born to execute them. Yes, I remember precisely.
And I saw a quote on social media that said, actually, that is true in America because we have so many school shootings. And when you put it like that, it kind of makes it seem like you might be in favor of this. You know, like, I don't know. It's overwhelming. It's an overwhelming amount of information. And I think that somebody who's as careless as this man is, because there's a difference between we value different things in this economy and for our people and for, society. That's very different than I'm up here talking out my butt and don't know nothing. And I'm putting people's lives in danger every day.
Terrifying. And you are rallying these people up to believe that what they're doing is okay. You are literally leading the pack for those who don't have all the marbles. They don't have all the screws. They don't have all the marbles. So they are listening to you, amp them up, and tell them to go out and do these heinous crimes, horrible crimes, allow these things to take place because they believe everything. Even being fact checked as much as you did, they still believe everything that comes out of your mouth. Yeah. And that's the issue for me. It's like you don't even know. You know the type of influence you have, and you still push this narrative. And that's the biggest problem for me.
Yeah, it's because he's not his interest is not the people. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to be the king of the United States.
Right.
Which is that's not how democracy works. That's really right. We have elections. We vote. Right. And it's, although it's most of the time it's like a high school popularity contest, but we still have to listen to these people and talk about issues. And one of my favorite issues to talk about is protection for women in any state of life, children, sexual assault, sexual trafficking, things like that. So it's kind of ironic that at the same time all this is going on, guess who gets arrested in Manhattan on federal charges?
Who?
Our good friend, Sean P. Diddy Puffy.
That ain't my
Puff
friend.
Daddy.
He is no friend to neither one of us. Don't you dare say that. No friend to neither one of us.
You know that's how they talk about him. Well, he did so much for hip hop, and ma'am, he was a criminal. Okay,
Thank you.
He was a monster.
Come on.
As are a lot of other people, and I'm gonna read down the. I'm gonna give
them to me
on the case.
Come on. Give them to me.
I'm finna drop a bomb and then I'm gonna log off. So of course, Diddy was arrested late Monday in Manhattan. He's been charged with sex trafficking and racketeering. So this is 6 months after they raided his home. So what we do know is that he's gonna be in federal court, not state court. So that means that he's not going to jail. Him going to prison. Now this is right on the heels of Dawn Richards from Danity Kane speaking out, saying she filed an abuse and sexual assault lawsuit against Diddy as well. Claimed that he grabbed her breast unwelcomed on numerous occasions.
Lord Jesus.
Says she witnessed him abuse Cassie on several occasions. Diddy locked her in a vehicle, and the only way she was able to get out was because her father had to drive from Baltimore to New York to rescue her. Now that he has been crazy allegations in this lawsuit. Yeah. Now that he's been arrested, do you think that there are going to be people speaking out about this? And my main concern is his bestie.
Who?
Sean Carter, Mr. Jay-Z, Beyonce's husband. I want to know what he has to say because he's been very tight-lipped. He's in the middle of arguing with people about the Super Bowl performance and Kendrick versus Lil Wayne. But I want to know.
They threw him right under the bus. I'm sorry.
Nowhere. Girl.
That, I'm sorry. Look, that was crazy. They was like, yeah, we had nothing to do with that. Jay-Z was the person who said Kendrick Lamar.
Right. And I'm like, how does one man have that much authority?
He don't. They tried to, they threw him, but see, because now I'm getting sidetracked. Because y'all want to be in these rooms so bad.
We can talk about
y'all want to be in these rooms so bad. Y'all be so quick to switch on the black community when y'all get in these rooms. And the minute, the second, the hour that something happens and the black community is in an uproar, guess what they do? They throw you under the bus and roll over you. Every time.
And then they back up and they do it again.
And again. And again.
Yeah.
And y'all just don't understand that. Y'all really don't get how this cycle works. They are never on your side.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Diddy's case, this is exactly what he deserves because this man has been abusing people for years. And I, for one, am glad that people have decided to speak out. I don't know what the holdup was for Dawn. I know that when it comes to making money and being a superstar and all these things, I'm pretty sure Diddy had her eating out the palm of his hand. And so if somebody say sign an NDA to never tell, and I'll make sure you eat for the next 10, 15 years, I can understand it. Your goal is to never be put in a situation like that. But when you're talking about men with billions of dollars and having pull and leverage in so many different organizations, we cannot combat these people as individuals. Like as a society, as a community, we have to band together. That's why I'm so proud of Dawn for telling her story. I'm so proud of Cassie for telling her story.
Yes.
I hope more women come out and share their stories, and I hope this man never sees the light of day. I hope he never sees the light of day. But this is insane. Like,
I believe that they will. I believe that more women will come forth. I think, like you said, we're talking about money and power. And now that he's kind of been stripped away from all of that, it makes women a little more comfortable to come forth. You know, it gets scary when you're going up against somebody who honestly it could feel like the whole world would turn on you for them. But this is the same thing that we saw with Bill Cosby. That man, 80, 90 years old. I thought it ended. You know what I mean? But even as he was going to court, going to trial, more women was coming out. More women was telling their story. Even with R. Kelly, they started a part 2. It was like more women coming out.
It was a part 3.
It was a part 3?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
watched
that.
all of them, child. I watched all of them. Because I
got
watched
watch the part 3. Yeah, I got to watch the part 3. But you see what I'm saying? It's so many women and people that came forth that they were able to do a part 3. I definitely know Diddy has done some wild things to men and women. That's what people don't understand.
And probably children.
I'm telling you, like for real. So there's going to be a lot of stories coming forth, you know. And I think that we just should prepare ourselves to be available to listen. Do not victim shame people who are coming forth. That is the problem. Why people go through things and they don't come forth, because then the whole world feels like, oh, well, what did you do for him to do something like that to you? I mean, what is that to say to someone who finally got the strength to tell you what really happened behind them closed doors, behind them people that you idolize so much? What is that to say to somebody? I just don't victim shame them. Allow them to go to court. Allow them to tell their story. And if they, you know, whatever it sways, just be open to listening and not be so judgmental, because you too could be in the same situation. It may not be with Diddy, but there are kids going through the same thing. There are women going through the same thing. You are not exempt from going through something like this. Don't be so quick to judge and think it can't be you.
Yeah, it's really a matter of empathy. Like, it's nothing wrong with you understanding how somebody else feels and trying to put yourself in their shoes to just show a little compassion. One of my biggest, like Jay-Z, I want to know what your thoughts are. Like, you need to say something, because this your bestie. Y'all doing parties and stuff every year. And Dawn named a few other people. Usher was in there. Neo was in there. Wow. Like, grown men witnessing things like this happening. I need to know, did you try to stop it? Did we have a conversation?
Yeah.
Did you press charges? Did you ever try to save her? Like, you watch this man punch her in the stomach and ain't nobody say nothing?
And showed up the next year for the same party? That's what happened?
Taking
you got the
pictures.
invitation and came?
All in the videos. Somebody tried to tell us Suge might not be the villain that we thought he was. I'm just saying.
And that's just the scariest thing to me, is that we have people who witness things, who know things, and still stand behind somebody like that. I literally seen something online today where a guy was talking to the judge. He was trying to get off for parole or probation or whatever the case may be for sexually assaulting a 10-year-old when he was 35. And exactly. Twice.
Probation?
Girl wanted to get off. But guess who was sitting on the camera trying to talk to the judge, saying that she felt that he has changed and that he has learned his lesson, and that if he gets out, things will be different.
Not the 10-year-old.
Girl, the aunt. And this is the stuff that I'm talking about.
Of the child that was...
Yes! The aunt, girl. The aunt got on camera in her. Maybe she was like 60, 65. And this is what I'm saying. Those cycles. Thank you. That part. Come on. Because you think this going to keep going for generation and generation and generation, and you want this man to get out. He robbed this girl of her innocence twice. They went to the hospital. It was DNA all over her of this man. And you sitting there telling the judge.
Defending
like,
him.
What? Jerrilyn, it's crazy. This is ridiculous.
I'm going to be honest.
No sense to me.
I'm going to be honest. If my niece or my nephew or any child that I know ever comes to me and says somebody did something to them, I don't need to know the rest of the facts. I'm diving on you and I'm going to jail. We'll sort it out later.
I'm telling you.
We'll sort it out later.
Throw away the key. Girl, I'm going to be in jail prideful. Like I did a good deed. I'm going to be so proud of myself. Like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way you can get me to stand behind anybody who has done anything heinous or vicious to kids or women or anybody. Like, y'all sitting up there talking about free little spark plug. Free little spark plug didn't kill everybody. He is a menace to society.
That part.
Keep him in jail. Keep him in jail. We're not freeing no spark plugs. All spark plugs stay in jail. We're not doing it.
Like, that's a part of our culture. Like, we don't want to snitch on nobody. We want to free my homeboy, my road dog, my cousin. And then when they get out, we celebrate them going straight back to the same type of lifestyle that got them locked up in the first place. Like, what are y'all really doing? Because if he get murdered on the street, y'all gonna airbrush his picture on a t-shirt and say rest in peace. He looking down on us. No, ma'am, he's in hell.
Or he's looking up. You can believe he's looking
in
up.
hell.
Because ain't no way he looking down. I'm gonna tell you that.
And that's just my personal opinion. Like, people have their own ideas about, what happens after life or death or whatever. I just don't see you wreaking havoc on this planet and getting a reward in death.
Thank you.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
But, girl, I'm so tired of reporting on stuff like this. Like, I want to hear, let's amplify stories of people getting chose, getting married, getting jobs, getting promotions, having babies, having the time of their life, not the struggle part, and unfortunately, the people that are in our community are the ones that are doing this to us. Like,
so true.
I would love to say that, white people did this in this country and, have made it difficult for us to get ahead. I would love to say that. But we have to have the conversation about black men and their proximity to whiteness, and using that to manipulate and abuse and take advantage of us. I sometimes black men are like the white men of black women. Like, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, we love y'all. And I tell people all the time, black men are my love language. Love y'all down, honey. We'll ride and die for y'all. But I'm so tired of being thrown up under the bus. I'm so tired of not being respected. People talking over me, telling me that what I don't deserve. Like we want to connect with y'all. But when we see stories like this of how people, as soon as y'all get some money, y'all start acting a fool. Y'all start acting a fool. So we can't love the broke ones, because then we need to choose better. We can't love the rich ones because you knew what you signed up for. He got money and power, so he's not going to be a good... Like, where does it end?
It doesn't. It doesn't end. And it's such a competition. Like, I hate that we are now in competition. I don't want to be in competition with y'all. At all. Like, that's not the goal, but that seems like that's the narrative that's being pushed out. You know what I mean? I talk about how much I hate podcasts, even though I'm on one. That's so contradicting.
Well, it's the type of podcast.
That part. Okay, I hate certain types of podcasts that push that narrative that put black men and black women against each other. all they do is just tear down. That's never our goal. We just report on stories that we hear and we give our opinion. But there are people who are not reporting on anything but what they think up here. Okay, just what they think.
Worse and worse.
It be worse and worse. And then they drag other people who have that same vicious mentality. And now it's just a hate group about how much you just can't stand black women, how you just say all these negative things about black women and then want to turn around and say, well, black women don't like us either. Black women, da, 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 da. And it's like, but you spewing out venom. Yeah. Anytime somebody spew out venom, that's what I'm saying. Anytime somebody spew out venom to me, you best believe I'm not going to come back with unicorns and roses. I'm coming for your neck. You better believe it. So, like, yeah, I just don't respect it. And it is like when they get money, we're no longer their type. They want something exotic.
Yeah.
First of all, black is very exotic.
It's the most exotic you'll ever get.
Come on, black is very exotic. It comes in different shades. Come on, don't make Jerrilyn. Don't.
Excuse me, I got to shout real quick. Okay.
Yo, it's as exotic as you can get. Baby, she can show up as anything at any given time. Like, she is a chameleon. Oh my goodness, you have no clue what you're missing out on. And
but
it ain't
just,
my choice.
But just love us the right way though. I think for me, like, men they think that they have this natural position of authority and leadership. And if that is the case, then you need to lead by example. I will gladly follow suit. But if you struggling to pay your bills, why would I come over here and listen to anything that you're saying? You can't provide for yourself. If you are confused about your life choices and you have no direction, no guidance, why would I allow you to lead me? That's number one. Like, I will gladly, cater to you, honey. I will do it. But you have not provided a space for me where I feel safe and seen. And until I feel secure with you, I'm not going to let my guard down because I have to protect myself, even if it's from you. Like, we've seen it so many times, like, yo, black women too hard, y'all too masculine. We're tired, baby. We're so tired.
We're so tired. And then you see the ones that give you everything you want and they bend over backwards for you. You see how you treat them? I ain't going to tell you. I'm going to let you think about how they get treated. When they do all of this stuff that y'all say y'all want, you pay attention to how they treat women like that.
Yeah. But I mean, so like my thing is, honey, I refuse to believe that I have to have a man with money who treats me like crap, or I have to have a broke man who's medium ugly who barely making it, you know, like who worships the ground I walk on. Like, I'm sorry, the Lord knows my heart. I'm gonna need a hybrid of the two. I'm not finna struggle with you in the I'm not that girl. My daddy didn't make me do it. I don't make myself do it. I'm not about to be with a man who make me struggle for money, for time, for attention, for romance, for any of it. I don't want to do any of it. I'm 35. I'm not doing
community service hours. I have definitely done my community service hours. I think I'm just at an age where I just don't want to.
I'm not doing
like, no. I've already done that.
You don't have to.
And that's that part. Period.
You don't have to.
Don't have to. I've already done it. I've seen where it's got me, which is nowhere. So like we're good. I've already done that. So yeah, I want more. I deserve more.
Well, I mean, Uncle Shannon said he got it for you. Huh? What was it?
Stop.
What was it? Baby, Shannon Sharpe on Club. Listen, let me tell you something. This man been wilding since January 3rd when he opened the Doors box with Cat Williams. Okay? Shay got on live last week on accident. Now, you couldn't see nothing, but you could hear. It sounded to me. It sounded to me like they was doing the Oochie Coochie, the horror.
Girl, it sound like nursing home involvement, if you ask me. That's like how it sounded in a nursing home.
It sounded like a struggle. That's what it sounded like.
It did. It really did.
It sounded like it sounded like he had too much dip on his shit. Shout out to Country Wayne. But some people are saying he did it on purpose to kind of dispel rumors of him being gay. I mean, Uncle Shannon, I don't know. I do a lot of social media and I've been doing it for a long time. It's not easy to hop on Instagram Live. So,
they got to slide some things. You got to push some things. You got to wait for some things. You got to do a lot of things.
Some typing going on.
I'm telling you.
It's some typing going on now. So he said that he lost out on some deals because of the incident. He even had to have a talk with ESPN about his job security, which, you know, they're saying it's not in jeopardy. But, I mean, like, do you think it was planned? Do you think it was really just an accident? Because to me, it don't seem like I just want to see real quick.
You about to go and see? Look, let me see what it takes. You gotta open up the phone first.
Quick. Okay, so
then you got to go to Instagram. Then you got to slide over. Yeah, no, you got to slide over first, friend. Then you gotta go from stories to real to live. Okay. Then you gotta press the button.
Okay,
then
that's
do an upload.
That's a lot. So see, my concern is, anytime I've ever been engaged in coitus,
you get on my nerves.
Baby, that's an SAT word. Y'all better look it up. Anytime I've ever been engaged in adult activities, baby, my phone was not nowhere near where we could. It's on the nightstand locked. It's in my purse.
It's away.
We're not doing
that.
We're not doing
that. The last thing I need is to be in the middle of something and my mama called and I accidentally hit that phone and now my mama never lied.
And now she know I like to be called names. I don't want to do it. That's right. No, Uncle Shannon. I love you so very much, but stop playing in my face. For whatever reason you did this, and I'm gonna let you cook, okay? But just know, the way you dropped that t-shirt line immediately. It make me feel like you had this up your sleeve. So I don't know.
I can see that. I mean, I can see that. I now what I do know is nobody want to put their money on the line. You know what I mean? But what they say, good, bad, ugly, indifferent publicity is still publicity. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like it still will push the needle forward. So whether it was an accident or not, girl, I don't know. I could have went the rest of my life without ever hearing that. I promise.
So this just makes me curious now because I'm finna put you on the spot, friend. So would you don't have to tell me if you ever have, but would you ever like record it and like watch it back with your partner?
Ooh. You said with your partner.
Yeah, not like just put it on Instagram, but
yeah, because I'm like, girl, that's just not. I think you're talking to the wrong person. That's just not my vibes. But I think if I did do something like that, can't be a partner. It needs to be my husband. It need to be somebody that I'm really in a like. We got this locked, right. And it needs to be on my phone, not your phone. Because ain't no way you just gonna have it. So like, if I did do it, it's on my phone. We need to be in a good place in our marriage, and I'm cool with that.
That's how I feel. It needs to be on VHS, locked in a safe, under my bed. Like, and there's nobody's getting access to this because I think that, people do, you cannot trust men. No. Like, I love men. It's clearly a mental illness that I'm still involved in dating and attracted to them. But, you cannot... Like, they'll get mad and they'll leak your news. Like, we've seen it before. They'll get mad and they try to embarrass you and do all this stuff because they can't take rejection or you told them no. And, baby, I ain't got time for that because the way I'm going to prison right behind Diddy, I ain't going to the same cell, but we're going to be up in that thing together.
No, for real. I can't allow nobody play in my face like that, even for like, their egos get bruised and then they just try to figure out how they can get you back in the worst way possible. I can't get to say that.
And that's like the competition that you was telling that like, I don't want to be in competition with you. This is not I'm gonna get you, you get me. Like, it's not that serious, but like we are here now. And I'm like, I'm stressed about dating. Like, dudes be like, oh, I want to be with you. I want you to be my girlfriend. And then you don't hear from them for a week and a half, or they ain't playing nothing and they behaving irrationally with other women. And I'm like, baby, y'all don't know I'm crazy. I done grown a lot, but I still got that 2009.
Still got that monkey on your back, girl.
That 2009 is still in me, baby. So I don't know if you want to play with me because used to be a savage and I prayed a lot. I've been in a lot of therapy, but I done tussled with the best of them. So I'm trying my best.
I'm telling you, I done been through some stuff too, friend, and it be like, you just so hard. You act like a nigga sometimes and da-da-da. And it's like, it's not that. It's like, I have a hard time giving my emotions to people that I don't think know what to do with them. Like, if I'm not showing you all of me, it's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Exactly. I don't feel safe enough with you. So let's talk about that. And I have to give a little credit where it's due. I was dealing with this guy and I said, hey, I feel like this, and this. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't argue with me. He didn't try to convince me that I didn't need to feel that way. He said, you know what? I can understand that. Okay. I can understand that. And I can give you a little more. I said, Not Mercury and microbraids, child. Not the time is turning. So it's we know that it's not all men. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely not, right?
But it's a lot of y'all, and it's like it's hard for us to let go and stuff like that. So I guess in conclusion, I would love to do a video one day with my man. But the way these dudes set up, baby, I wouldn't let you take a picture of me on vacation. Like
I'm still in Jerrilyn in my head. I'm still like, yeah, but my face can't be in it. Exactly. I'm still like, even if I did do that, it's like I still don't want my face in it. I don't know. It's just so many different stipulations because and it's not that I don't trust them. Hopefully by that time, it's not that I don't trust them. It's just like when that ego and that pride get, hurt. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you gonna move because I don't know that person. Like I don't know what you gonna do if you feel like you never gonna get me back and I say I'm leaving.
Child, the way these men be married for 12 years and then decide one day they don't want to be a father or husband no more. I don't trust nothing. Like, I'm going to trust you enough to do some things, but you ain't finna just have me wilding out here. Because, baby, the way Rashid... all I'm going to say is, I'm going to say this, and then we're going to move on to the next segment.
No, we're not. If you bring it up, I'm bringing it up. If you talk about it, I'm talking about it.
I just really hope that Rashida is somewhere cheating peacefully.
I
really hope.
I really wish that for her, for real.
Because the way Kirk, for the last 10 years has been embarrassing her, and for them to get up on that red carpet and they ask, what's the secret to marriage? And she laughed. What's the secret? Cheating.
I know, like, the Kirk be out here Kirking. Like, why Kirk be
like Kirking? He ain't never Kirked before, baby.
I'm telling you, he be on a roll, and it's like, again, another one. The minute you had a baby by somebody else outside of our marriage, it's a wrap. Like,
he was cheating before that. He was cheating before that, though.
It was on tape, though. Like, yes, did it on girl, embarrassing. Stop embarrassing me. And the thing about Rashida is, baby girl, you are beautiful. Mm-hmm. It will take nothing for you.
No time for you to get a new man.
Like, literally no time.
What are we holding on to?
Girl, what are we? Because I look at him and I look at you and I'm very confused. I'm baffled. I'm always clenching my pearls because I don't understand. It got to be that good. Baby, it has to be that good.
I can promise you, it ain't a wee in the world I done ever had that made me want to subject myself to that kind of embarrassment for long periods of time. And everybody done been stupid. We done all did something.
Yes,
the video that we talked about it. We talked about it, and I saw the comments. We have all done something stupid, but 15 years of being publicly humiliated by one Ninja Turtle, you're out your rabbit mind. You're out your mind.
Ain't no way.
You're out your mind. So,
nope.
I'm so sorry, Rashida, that you took a straight episode. We were supposed to be talking about Shannon Sharpe.
I know. I'm sorry.
But I hope you.
But I do think I'm about to say.
I hope you getting all your licks back in private.
Yes, I hope you listen and you find your peace.
Cars,
find your peace.
Businesses. I hope all of it is in your name, sis. And when he get caught up and get in some foolishness that he can't get out of, I hope you don't hold him down. Next,
and check your pH balance. Sorry,
because it's got to be off.
It got to be off.
So. Okay, so you guys know we do something called Sista to Sista, where you can chime in, send us your questions, comments, concerns, and we'll give you professional advice because we are licensed professionals. So hit us up on speakpipe.com/she said it first. Let's see who we got on the line this week. Hopefully we can help our sister out.
Sista to Sista, I got a question. I don't know if y'all queer friendly, but just hear me out. I've been talking to this girl for a little over a year, maybe a year and a half. Definitely enjoy spending time with her. I love her company. She has a daughter that's 13. Love her kid. I love the idea of a family dynamic with them. She might be the one, but she drinks. And when she drinks, she's like an emotional drunk. I understand why she drinks, but I don't know how to handle this at all. I'm not one to be around people who drink a lot or who drink heavily when they do drink, and that's something she does. She doesn't drink a lot. She doesn't drink often, but when she does drink, she drinks heavily and becomes emotional, and it's erratic. I don't know how to deal with this because I'm a very logical person, very realistic person, very realistic listener. So I don't know how to listen to this. I don't know how to deal with this. Tell me what to do, please. I really like this one. I really like this one. What I'm supposed to do?
Friend.
Go ahead, because I ain't got nothing. Go ahead.
I never do, and don't. Let me help you out.
It's on you, girl.
First of all, yes, we are queer friendly. Let's just start there. Yes,
that part. Yes.
Yes. And so let me let you into my life, and this may change Jerrilyn's whatever she's on. Right. So COVID happened, and I started drinking more than ever before. Like, I didn't even realize it. I was trapped in the house. I ain't had nothing else to do. Couldn't nobody be around me or anything like that. I've also been in relationships where things happen, you know what I mean, as far as just like, you know, substance abuse, whatever, not like that, but alcohol and, you know, things like that. And I wish that I had people who were closest to me to tell me the truth, because I believe that they could have stopped it from getting, because I wasn't like crazy or nothing like that, but I was drinking more than I ever had in my life. You know what I mean? So it was different for me, but I didn't have anyone who realized this, noticed this, to say anything to me. They never brought it up. Actually, they almost liked me better when we were drinking and having fun and socializing. And I was the life of the party. It was almost like they didn't want to give up that version of me to see me in a healthier way. And so my thing is, bring this to her attention. You telling me that it's not frequent. It's not all the time. But when she does, she's binge drinking, which is actually worse than being an alcoholic, because you're drinking every day. So your body is kind of getting accustomed to that daily dosage. But when you're a binge drinker, you're actually doing way more damage to yourself by taking in so much alcohol at one time. I think you should have a conversation with her. First, lead with, I like you a lot. I really want to be a part of what you have going on. I like that. I like what we have going on. However, if we really like each other, I want to be honest with you, and I want to tell you something that I'm noticing. And maybe y'all could do it together. I don't know if you drink or whatever the case may be, but it's cool to go on a fruits and veggie detox for 30 days, clean that system out and start over, but support. Don't just leave people when they're going through something, because you don't really deserve them if they get better. You know what I mean? If things change for her, you know, if you can't rock with her when she's going through it. And I ain't saying when she's an alcoholic or a drug addict, because that's a whole different topic. That's not what I'm hearing you saying. I think you're noticing something that could eventually be a problem. You should talk about it.
I agree. I was just going to say that I feel like you should have a conversation, let her know how you feel, and suggest that she goes to therapy. It's not that you trying to keep her from having fun, but she's obviously going through something. You just said, I know why she drinks. Mm-hmm. So there's an issue there that needs to be addressed. As much as you like her, as much as you love her daughter, as much as fun as y'all have, you're not a licensed professional, and you cannot give her what she needs. So it's not, and it's not your job to do that. That's a slippery slope, because on one half will be, oh, I love you so much, I'm support you, I'll be here for you through anything, and it's too much for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm not saying don't support her. I'm saying it's too much for you. It's not your job. You can't carry that. She can't even carry it because she's binge drinking. So give her an outlet. Let her know that you're here to support her in any way that she needs. But you can't pick up this slack for her. It has to be something that she wants to do on her own. Absolutely. And she needs to get professional help, because if she's teetering on addiction, that's a psychological thing that's going on with her. She needs to figure out what the breakdown is, why she's doing this, and find better ways to cope with whatever anxiety or frustration that she's dealing with, because you cannot have a successful relationship when one person's always drunk and spiraling. Like, it's just not going to work. So best of luck to you all. And again, we are absolutely queer friendly. Yes. Love is love, and I hope that y'all are able to work it out. More than anything, I hope that she finds peace and she's able to be whole, and she doesn't feel like she needs to drink to fill voids in her life or to feel better or to numb herself, because that's typically what we're doing when we lean on substances and things like that. We're trying to feel something, probably because we feel numb most of the time, or we're trying to numb ourselves because we think we're feeling too much. So it's always, a better way to deal with it. And so hopefully you guys can get on the same page, have a conversation about it, and, get her some professional help. And I don't know, friend, I think it can work.
Is it giving masters? I feel like we just got our masters. Like, what? This is crazy. I was not expecting this. Like, wow.
First, I would like to thank the Academy.
Yes, God first. You always got to thank God first. I want to thank God,
who's the head of my life.
Yes, like we just got our masters. We ate that up.
I feel like we
ate that up. Yes.
You know, I always enjoy talking to us, our people, and sharing our infinite wisdom. So, well, you know, shout out to our girl on the line who's seeking help in her relationship. We hope we were able to offer some advice. Unfortunately, it's time for us to wrap up this episode.
I know, y'all. So look, we love y'all. We love y'all for real. Make sure y'all keep tuning in. We're gonna be here every Thursday. You ain't gonna miss a day. Okay, we're gonna be here every Thursday. Okay, on the She Said It First podcast. So that means you need to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and tune in wherever you listen to your podcast on the Urban One Podcast Network. Period.
Bam, friend. I don't know. I feel like you need a raise, friend. I don't know.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel like you need a raise. I don't know. It's
Let's see what happened after this Donald Trump thing. Like, girl, I'm nervous.
We gonna pray about it, child. But until then, y'all keep praying with us, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Bye.